Hold on to your seats, Wildcats fans. Arizona's men's basketball team just delivered a commanding performance that has everyone buzzing about their March Madness potential. While it's only an exhibition game, this 81-68 victory over St. Mary's on Saturday at McHale Center feels like the perfect teaser for what's to come under head coach Tommy Lloyd. Don't rush to snag those Final Four tickets in Indianapolis, but it might be smart to peek at hotel rates for early April. After all, this non-counting matchup gave us our first solid look at the roster Lloyd has assembled for the 2023-24 campaign. For those new to college hoops, exhibition games like this are essentially dress rehearsals, unofficial scrimmages against strong opponents that help teams shake off rust without risking their records. Lloyd summed it up nicely after the game. If you can maintain the lead for a full 40 minutes, ride out those opponent surges, and stay composed, you're off to a strong beginning. He highlighted their impressive efficiency, noting, "We connected on 53% of our shots and only coughed up the ball 7 times. That's a recipe for success. On defense, we limited them to 39.3% shooting and forced 12 turnovers. Another winning ingredient right there. It's these kinds of balanced stats that make fans optimistic, especially when you're talking about a team aiming for the top of the Pac-12. Leading the charge was guard Jaden Bradley, who exploded for 23 points overall, with 15 of those coming in the second half. His clutch play shone during a decisive 16-2 spurt late in the game that locked down the win. Imagine the adrenaline as he drained 8 points in that stretch to seal the deal. Teammate Anthony Delorso chipped in 13 points, while big man Motiejus Krivas dominated the boards with 11 points, 17 rebounds, and 2 swats. Freshman sensations Brayden, Burries, and Peat also impressed, each dropping 10 points on efficient 5-for-7 shooting. For beginners, rebounds are like gold in basketball. They give your team second chances at scoring, and Krivas' haul shows he's ready to anchor the paint. The Wildcats were missing a couple of key pieces, senior forward Toba Waka and freshman C.D. Gay, both sidelined by minor injuries. Lloyd explained that Waka could have suited up if it were official play, but sitting him out was the cautious choice to ensure long-term health. This absence forced Krivas into extended duty, logging 33 minutes. 11 more than in any pre-surgery regular season game last December. Those minutes were a bit much. We'd normally ramp up gradually, Lloyd admitted. But it pushed us to adapt and experiment in ways we might not have otherwise, which is invaluable for building depth. And this is the part most people miss. Sometimes, playing short-handed in practice games reveals hidden strengths in your bench players. Of course, it wasn't all smooth sailing. Arizona struggled from beyond the arc, hitting just 4 of 16 threes, with Delorso bricking 6 of his 7 tries, and they were uneven at the free throw line, making 13 out of 25. For context, three-pointers add that exciting long-range element to the game, but missing them can expose weaknesses. Still, airing out these kinks against a battle-tested St. Mary's squad, who've danced in the last 4 NCAA tournaments, is way better than doing so in the real deal starting soon. As Delorso put it, practice can't replicate the intensity of live action. You need to face tough competition to truly prepare. That's why we book these challenging exhibitions and craft a rugged non-conference slate. Heading into the Pac-12, one of the nation's elite conferences, means we must be armed with every tool. We embrace the giants and expect to topple them. Bold words, right? But here's where it gets controversial. Is scheduling such grueling early games a genius move for toughness, or does it risk early season burnout? What do you think? Genius strategy or unnecessary gamble? At the break, Arizona held a 37-30 edge, fueled by scorching 59.3% field goal shooting while holding the Gales to 33.3%. The opening half flowed nicely, despite 20 fouls, but the second turned choppy with constant stoppages from whistles. Burries, for instance, racked up 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes and 38 seconds after intermission, hitting his 5-foul limit, exhibition's cap at 6, and heading to the bench early. St. Mary's quickly entered the bonus, and minor tweaks to Peat twice and Del Orso further fragmented the pace. Think of it as a game interrupted by too many TV timeouts. Frustrating, but realistic for high-stakes hoops. The score tightened to 49-46 before Arizona unleashed an 8-0 flurry. Krivas thunder-dunked in transition. Evan Nelson splashed a corner 3 off a Bradley assist, and Bradley capped it with a 3-point play, pushing the lead to 57-46 with 10:41 remaining. St. Mary's clawed back to 63-60 at the 5:55 mark, but the Wildcats responded with 9 unanswered points, including 5 straight from Bradley, bookended by a steal. They even blanked the Gales for nearly 3 minutes at the tip, jumping to a 6-0 lead and staying ahead throughout the first half. A monster Del Orso dunk sparked an 11-0 run, ballooning the advantage to 30-18, with 5:08 left before halftime. The Gales narrowed it to 33-28 late, but Del Orso's buzzer-beating mid-range jumper ensured a 7-point cushion at the intermission. Looking ahead, Arizona hosts Embry-Riddle for their next exhibition on October 27th, gearing up for the regular season curtain raiser on November 3rd in Las Vegas against defending national champion Florida. We'll be sharper next time you see us, no matter who we're facing, Lloyd promised. With this kind of firepower, could the Wildcats be poised for a deep tournament run, or is one exhibition too soon to call? Drop your takes in the comments. Do you buy the hype, or should we pump the brakes? Let's discuss.